saying the prophet is saying this. This is the prophecy that was fulfilled. Go to Hosea chapter 11, verse 1 in the Old
Hosea
Testament.
11, Hosea 11:1. My lucky numbers.
Yeah.
I've got a very spiritually significant date of birth, 11th of the 477. How about that?
Well,
11. Okay, so 11 Hosea 11:1. When Israel was a child, then I loved him and called my son out of Egypt. When Israel was a child.
when
So
Israel was a child, I called my son out here. So what Matthew chapter 2 is doing, it's saying that the son is Jesus, but when you go back to the Old Testament and you see the
Yes, that was
prophecy that it's
Israel.
quoting, it's Israel. It's not Jesus.
it's
Hmm.
Jacob, in other words.
It's Israel, yeah. Jacob is Israel, yeah. Israel's name after Jacob, but
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
So when you,
Fascinating, guys.
yeah.
Fascinating.
So Matthew, this is I'm gonna leave you with this last one before you go.
Oh, I've got another
Ma-
10 or 15. But I don't want to hog the attention away from others in the group. I'm happy to yield and for others to have their questions and considerations given scope. So, okay, what was it,
I,
Matthew?
I have some
Matthew,
quick questions. Mine's are quick. Far less far less contentious.
no problem. Go ahead.
Um, First I want to ask about your what are your thoughts on Daniel 14? What's your how does it read with
I don't think there's a Daniel 14. Do you mean Daniel 9?
so it only okay.
Are you trying to say Daniel chapter 7 verse 14?
Mm-mm. I was
There's no Daniel 14. I can verify
I
that.
know. I know. I'm familiar with most of the things. It has that 12 chapters in Daniel, but in some of
The
these books,
the
like
son of
this one, I
man
have
coming with the son
the
of man
complete
coming with the
apocrypha.
clouds.
No, that's not the
Oh,
point I was focusing on. Just the point of
490 years?
14. No, it was I got the complete apocrypha, and I was that's what I feel like. I was like, well, 14 chapters of Daniel in here, but it's only 12 in the different books that I use, be King James or the Christian version. I was like, well, let me
I
check with
never
these
told you
guys.
this, user. I never told you, man. Get rid of your King James, man. It's the most
Yep.
corrupted,
Yep.
distorted, fraudulent
oh,
translation.
100%, bro.
Get rid of it.
100%.
I mean, it's not exactly one I lean on for a lot of things, but what I usually do is when I look something up, I'll look it up in like five different versions, and come to an
Okay. As
understanding.
long as you do
So
that.
and just yeah, so different things as far as that's concerned. But I wanted to know why do some of them say that? Because this is a book I got for the apocrypha to get the different books like Enoch, Jasher, Jubilees, different things like that, and I noticed that this one had 14 chapters for Daniel. I was like, well, that's interesting.
Yeah, I have
So
no idea
what?
why your book. I mean, Jay, if you know anything about that, I haven't heard about that.
this is a
So
first for me too.
is that coming from the Jerusalem Bible that the Catholics use for their canon law, or
What this book is called the Complete Apocrypha with Enoch, Jasher, Jubilees, literal standard
Yeah,
version.
we don't believe. I don't believe in those books. I don't think Jay does either. So
Mm-mm. The
mm.
book, like the books of Jasher and Jubilees, those were burnt up in the fire of Alexandria too. So we don't have original manuscripts of those.
Were they things referred to or referenced in the Bible? Because I've seen some scriptures that reference like the book of Enoch in the
Yeah,
Bible. Is that
in the book of Joshua, it makes reference to the book of Jasher. But the current book of Jasher that we have, it's not the original, and it says a bunch of off the wall things that don't coincide with Torah.
let
So
me
I've got a
let me
question
ask
from the
let me ask
Torah.
you this let me ask you this then. With these books, are they just like common things that were known at that time, common books that the people of that time were more familiar with than we would be today? Is that why it's referenced in the Bible?
I'm not understanding that question. Could you
So
repeat that
like
again?
the Bible references Enoch, it referenced some of these books. Is that just like during that time? Because for it to be referenced, it's almost talking like, well, people these days knew this, they knew about Enoch, they knew what
No,
he said.
it's not referencing those versions. That's what I'm saying. The
Oh,
versions
okay.
that
The
is the
version.
versions that it referenced, like for instance, in the book of Joshua, it talks about the book of Jasher. It mentions the book of Jasher. The book that is the version that is referencing is non-existent because it burnt up in the fire of Alexandria. We have no way of knowing what that book actually said. So now we have these renditions of the book of Jasher, and the renditions are when you read them and you compare them to what's in the law, what's in the Torah and the Tanakh,
Uh-huh.
they just don't coincide. That's the reason why they're not considered canon.
Yeah, and Jay, also, there isn't a reference of the Book of Enoch anywhere. I mean, the character Enoch is there, the person
Yeah, the
Enoch is there, but
character Enoch, but not the book.
Not the
there's no
book.
reference of a book there. That's just somebody probably making something up.
Right.
Okay. Just a
I've got a
misunderstanding.
question for the group on a very mysterious character that appears once in Genesis. There is no lineage given to this character, but
Melchizedek.
Abraham tithes 10% of the spoils of his most recent battles to this character. His name's Melchizedek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Shem. Melchizedek is Shem.
That's Shem, Noah's son Shem, is it?
Yeah, that's a nickname for Shem.
Right, I've heard that. Yep, okay. And what is this law or covenant of Melchizedek I hear about? Is anyone familiar with that?
I think you're referring to the blessing that he gave to Abraham wasn't a covenant.
Okay,
Basically,
righto.
you're basically what I think what you're referencing is in the book of Hebrews. It tries to place some kind of
Correct.
That's
Yeah.
correct. That's exactly where I'm sitting right now.
Correct,
Hebrews
yeah.
7, chapter verse 1. He hath hitherto
Hebrews is
stirred them
horrible.
up to mark diligently what things are to be considered in Melchizedek, wherein he is like unto Christ. Wherefore the law should give place to the gospel. For this Melchizedek was king of Salem, the priest to the Most High God, who met Abraham as he returned from the slaughter of the kings and blessed him. To whom also Abraham gave the tithe of all things, who first is by interpretation king of righteousness. After that, he is also the king of Salem, that is, king of peace, without father, without mother, without kindred, and hath neither beginning of his days, nor the end of his life, but is likened unto the Son of God, and continueth a priest forever. It's very mysterious writings to me, that saying that he's likened unto the Son of God.
So the book,
This biblical typology, saying referencing Christ in Melchizedek, or
well, that's the thing. The book of Hebrews is a mythological book because
sure,
number one, nobody knows, absolutely nobody knows who wrote it. It's
right?
attributed to Paul, but even through different scientists that study the science of stellometry, they figured
Yep.
out that Paul did not write this book.
Many say that anything that Paul wrote is to be given a wide berth and avoided at all costs. Eh?
That's a good one.
Oh
But yeah,
dear.
I don't think. I
but
think Hebrews
go-
is probably one of the most corrupted in the New
it
Testament.
is. It is because it's trying to make Melchizedek into an actual priesthood, and there's nothing in the Old Testament that says that Melchizedek
Yeah,
is an
I mean,
actual
I've had
priesthood.
some lunatics make the claim to me that Christ's new covenant goes away from the Mosaic and Levitical laws, and now the new covenant that Christ brought to the world, which is 2 commandments rather than 10, and that is via the law or the covenant, the new law or covenant of Melchizedek. And I'm like sitting there scratching my head, just going,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah.
Phantom, I think it's time, man. I think it's time that you come to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's without Jesus. You're learning a lot. There's a lot of other things we could show you.
Yeah, interesting, fantastic. I'd be very humbled and very humbled to be given any guidance.
Shoot me a follow. Shoot Jay a follow. Shoot Rod a
Yep,
follow.
I'll do that now.
We'll
I'll do that now.
definitely talk again, and I'll leave you with this, just so you know one last thing.
Yep.
Matthew chapter 1, verse 22 and 23. Can you go to it?
Matthew 1:21. Matthew 1.
22 and 23. Yeah.
1 Matthew 1:22.
This is the beginning of the New Testament, the birth of Jesus.
Okay, 2 secs. Let me just put a colon in there. Search that. Matthew 1:22 and 23, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay, so... And all this was done that it might be fulfilled, which is spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Behold, a virgin shall be with child, and shall bear a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel.
Okay, so the
Emmanuel, which is
prophet
by
is saying,
interpretation, God with us.
yeah, so the
That's
prophet,
right.
so it's saying a
Emma-
prophet is saying this, a prophet is saying this. Do you know which prophet is saying that in the Old Testament?
Isaiah?
Correct. Go to Isaiah chapter 7.
Isaiah 7.
Let's see if Matthew chapter 1 verse 22 and 23 is telling the truth.
Isaiah, which chapter and verse, please, brother?
Chapter 7 verse 14, but I want to go over the whole chapter.
Well, let me do the whole chapter and just pay specific focus on 14. So,
Okay.
okay, so let me do that for you. I'll oblige happily. Chapter 7, verse 1, Isaiah. Jerusalem is besieged. Isaiah comforteth the king. Christ is promised. And that
No, I don't
in
know
the
why it's
days...
saying that. Read the verses. Just read the verses.
Oh, sorry. That is an overview. My bad.
Yeah.
1. And in the days of Ahaz, the son of Jotham, the son of Uzziah, king of Judah, Rezin, the king of Aram, came up, and Pekah, the son of Ramaliah, king of Israel, to Jerusalem to fight against it, but he could not
Okay. So
overcome it.
one second. This verse and this chapter starts out in the days of Ahaz, son of
The son of
Yotam, son of
Jotham.
Uzziah, king of Judah, King Rasin, King Pekah, so on and so forth.
Yep.
There's going to be a war between these people. All right. First thing,
Yep.
Matthew is talking about something 700 years later, and this in context is talking about in the days of Ahaz. So that's the first lie.
Are these wars between different tribes of Judah and Israel, or
It's the
between
different kingdoms, the northern kingdom
Okay.
and the southern kingdom. The
Yep.
southern kingdom is making an alliance with Assyria, and the
Yep.
northern kingdom is making an alliance with Syria. So
Right.
there's like four nations right now involved. There's four
Gotcha.
kings involved. I don't know
Yep.
what the hell Jesus is doing in the middle of this story, but let's keep reading and let's see if we can figure it out. This is
No, no worries. And it was told the house of David, saying, Aram is joined with Ephraim, therefore his heart was moved, and the heart of his people, as the tree of the forest, are moved by the wind. Then said the Lord unto Isaiah, Go forth now to meet Ahaz, thou and Shear Yashub, thy son, at the end of the conduit of the upper
Shar
pool.
Yashub. Shar Yashub was one of Isaiah's son. It's important. Just so
Okay,
we
Shear
point out.
Yashub,
Yeah,
the
keep
son of
going.
Isaiah.
Keep
Okay, no
going.
worries.
Keep going.
At the end of the conduit of the upper pool, in the path of the fuller's field. And say unto him, Take heed and be still, fear not, neither be faint-hearted, nor for the two tails of these smoking firebrands, for the furious wrath of Rezin and of Aram and of Ramaliah's son. Because Aram hath taken wicked counsel against thee, and Ephraim and Ramaliah's son, saying, Let's go up against Judah, and let us waken them up, and make a breach therein for us, and set a king in the midst thereof, even the son of Tabel.
You
Thus
see
saith
this
the
whole
Lord.
thing going on, right? Aram,
Yeah,
Pekam, Syria, Resin.
yeah,
There's a
yeah,
lot
yeah, yeah.
going on. So let's keep going. Keep going.
Thus saith the Lord God, It shall not stand, neither shall it be. For the head of Aram is Damascus, and the head of Damascus is Rezin. And within 5 and threescore years, there's that 65 again, 75 years, Ephraim shall be destroyed from being a people. And the head of Ephraim is Samaria, and the head of Samaria is Rameliah's son. If ye believe not, surely ye shall not be established. And the Lord spaketh again unto Ahaz, saying, Ask a sign for thee of the Lord thy
Okay, so
God.
1 second. Who is this sign
Yeah.
for right now? The Lord spoke to who?
And the Lord spake unto Ahaz.
Aha. So now the sign is, it says, ask for yourself a sign. So the sign isn't about
Ask a
Jesus,
sign
Mary.
for thee, yep, of the Lord thy God. Ask it
Okay.
either in the depth beneath or in the height above.
Okay.
The depth beneath and the height above what?
Yeah, so now wait, so you see this is very important because the prophecy is explicitly meant as a sign to Ahaz. Ask for yourself a sign. The Lord himself will give you a sign. So keep reading.
But Ahaz said, I will not ask, neither will I tempt the Lord. Then he said, Hear you now, O house of David. Is it a small thing for you to grieve men that you will also grieve my God? Therefore, the Lord himself will give you a sign. Behold, the virgin shall... Oh, here we
One
go.
second. The Lord
This
will
is
give
verse
who a
14.
sign?
This is verse 14.
The Lord will give
Therefore, the
who a
Lord
sign?
himself will give you a
What
sign.
who's the you there? Who's the you?
Ahaz.
Ahaz. Perfect. Keep going.
Therefore, the Lord himself will give you a sign. Behold, the virgin shall
No, it
conceive and
doesn't
bear a
say
son.
virgin. Doesn't say virgin. I don't know why New Testaments do this
Yeah,
to people.
from the
That's
She shall
Hebrew.
that's a
call his
lie.
name Emmanuel with an I, not an E this time in
Yeah.
this
So wait,
version.
but the thing that's important is they purposely mistranslated that word. It's not a virgin. It's young
Yeah,
woman.
from the Hebrew
Behold, the
that
young woman shall conceive and bear a son, and
Yes.
she shall call his name
Yes.
Emmanuel. Okay, no worries.
Okay. So now
Okay.
that's the birth is not the prophecy. The next verse is the prophecy. Read the next verse.
Butter and honey shall he eat, till he have knowledge to refuse the evil and to choose the good. For afore the child shall have knowledge to eschew the evil and to choose the good, the land that thou abhorrest shall be forsaken of both her kings.
So
The
yes.
Lord.
So it says
So
so now
okay.
it's giving an explicitly short time frame. It's saying
Yeah.
before the child knows how to refuse the evil and choose good. Basically, before the child
So
knows
that's basically
more
before the child comes to the age of
ex-
reason, which is when the conscience comes into play at
exactly,
approximately
exactly.
7 years of age.
Exactly. So before the child knows how to refuse, so this prophecy is explicitly short term to that time frame. So now
Yeah.
the fact that Christians want to say it's 700 years later, it's a problem because it's saying before the child knows how to refuse evil and choose good, the
Before the
land
child
of
is of
the
the age of reason, which is 7 years of age, literally.
yeah. So the land of these two kings, which you dread, will be destroyed. So now, who are these two
Right.
kings? Pekah and Resin. Pekah was the king of the northern kingdom of Israel.
Yep.
Resin was Assyria, which is everything that you just read in Isaiah chapter 7. Okay?
Yep. Yep.
And if you go to second book of Kings chapter 15 verse 29, second book of Kings chapter 16 verse 9, this prophecy came true. Pekah and Resin were both unalived. And their kingdom,
Two kings. What?
chapter 15 verse 29.
15, 29.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to start my Hebrew language lessons. She's going to teach me how to sing the alphabet
Yeah,
first up
Hebrew
this
is very
weekend.
important for something in Isaiah. You got to ask yourself, why did the church purposely mistranslate that verse? It's a problem.
Yeah. And when I can use my knowledge of the Hebrew in conjunction with Strong's Concordance and, ask for the spirit of discernment for the word to speak to me, I can't wait, man. So what was it? What was it?
15 verse 29. 15
Verse
verse
29.
29.
That's right. That's 29. So 27, 8, 9. In the days of Pekah, king of Israel,
In the days of
came,
Pekah, that was the
yeah,
same thing that you just read.
yeah,
Okay?
absolutely, came Tiglath or Tiglath
Mhm.
Pileser, king of Assyria, and took Ijon and Abel Beth Mashah and Genoa and Kadesh and Hazor and Gilead and Galilee and all the land of Naphtali and carried them away to Assyria. And Hoshea, the
So,
son of Elah, wrought treason against Pekah, the son of Remaliah, and
mhm.
smote him and slew him, and he reigned in his stead in the 20th year of Jotham, the son of
They slew him,
Uzziah.
slaughtered him, and slew him, and he reigned in his stead. So you see, Pekah was killed, like the prophecy came true. And then
Yep.
second book of Kings, chapter 16, verse 9, the very first next chapter, 16, verse 9.
Okay, just quickly on verse 31 there where we were, it says, of interest to me, it says, concerning the rest of the acts of Pekah and all that he did, behold, they are written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel. Okay,
Yeah,
fair
that's
enough.
in First Chronicles and Second Chronicles.
Cool.
You have First Chronicles and Second. It's honestly one book. They just separate it into two. We
Yeah,
have Chronicles.
sure. Hey, listen, my wonderful, esteemed, and very patient gentleman and kindred, I must depart. I have an engagement to get to. I'm so humbled to feel so welcomed into this place of gaining knowledge, increasing knowledge, and finding a way to be wise in discerning what the word is speaking to me. I really appreciate it as a first foray into your group. And don't you worry, I'll be back, and I hope to bring my own measure of substance and value to what you guys
We
are teaching in
appreciate
your
you, man.
ministry.
We appreciate. I hope
All
you learned a few
praises.
things tonight.
All
I hope
praises
you
to the
learned a
Most
few things
High.
tonight.
I did,
Um,
I did. I definitely learned. I definitely learned a few things. So thank you indeed, and Shabbat Shalom for tomorrow.
oh, thank you. Shabbat
Shalom.
shalom.
Yeah,
Shabbat
yeah,
shalom,
yeah.
man.
And
Shalom.
may Yahuwah bless all your mighty souls in abundance. Much love.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All praises.
We, that was good.
That
Thank
was
you.
Yes.
cool.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Rod. Thank you, guys. What's up, user? How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How you guys doing?
Good, buddy. Good. I know we've been talking for the last few
Yes.
times.
There's some nice encounters, or kids tonight, or minus the other stuff.
Right. Honestly, it's been really good lately. Jay, we've been having really good dialogues like the last
Yeah.
week.
The
We've been
last
on
few
a crazy
days, yeah.
streak. It's been a crazy streak, man. Crazy.
Can I
I'm
ask you
gonna
guys
I'm gonna
something?
get to bed, gentlemen. I gotta get up in the morning and pick this boy up from work. So
All right, my
Take care,
man.
man.
Much love, Jay. Much love as always, man. Thank you for being here, bro. Come as much as you can.
all right.
Can I?
Shalom, everybody.
Shalom, bro. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat
Yeah.
shalom, bro.
Hashem's with you.
What's up, user?
Can I ask you something?
Go ahead, buddy.
When you guys be in these discussions, what's like? I know you're trying to bring more attention to the correct translations and where you stand and everything on the new translation, but I've noticed that some of the times when people come in, that it seems to descend into this person trying to prove this person wrong, or that person trying to prove this person wrong. Why is that?
Yeah, I mean, look, man, some people have this emotional attachment to Jesus, and it has nothing to do based off the written scripture. It's just like an emotional attachment. There's nothing I can do about that. So, like, no matter what, if they tell me Jesus was a man and Jesus was God, but the scripture says God is not a man, they don't care. Jesus is still God. So, like, I'm not trying to get in the. My whole goal is to, to educate the genuine ones, the ones that want to know what God says, the ones that were born into, lies, and they've come to realize some things don't make sense. I'm just here to clear that up. If people want to engage and push back, I'm not like worried or scared about it because I know the
No,
text.
that's not something. That's not
Yeah,
a problem you have.
yeah. For me, the whole thing is I'm just here for those who are seeking truth, man. And
Okay.
anytime someone wants to put down Hashem, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and say that he's a man, he's an animal, he's a tree, people do these things. Um, I'm there first and foremost to say, hey, that's not the case. Let's see what God actually says in His Word, in His Torah.
Yeah, and user, I just want to really quick. Have you seen the movie Titanic?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Everyone has. Okay, so there's a script, right? Like it was written first, right?
Okay.
Okay, so the thing is, man, when it comes to the Old Testament, right? So it never changed, right? So when we debate people, quote unquote, we're not debating, bro, because there's nothing to debate on our end. We didn't change anything. We don't believe what we want to believe. We're believing what the prophets put down from God. Do you understand? So we're not here to debate what we think and take things out of context. And if you read it, okay, a whole chapter, you'll understand the context of that chapter, who's in there, who's that. There's no riddle, bro, to be had. There is no changing of the names. You know Jack in Titanic, right? His name is Jack. It's not
Mm-hmm.
Joseph, right? It's not John. It's not James. We're not here to change anything. We're here to tell you, if you want to know, it's Jack, it's Rose, there's a boat, they met, they fell in love, it went crazy, and he didn't make it at the end, right? But we're not going to
Okay.
change anything, and you're never going to be
I
able to.
mean,
No, not
true.
you, anyone. You're never going to be able to say, yo, yeah, you know what, you did change something, or you did lie about this. Well,
No, you
it's
guys are pretty consistent on how you approach these discussions. I know. I mean, or I'm not going to take that away from you guys because I can just see it. And I can just see how you guys approach these things, and you're very
Yeah, but we're
consistent how you do
consistent.
so.
But the thing is, we're consistent because we're not lying
God is
about anything.
consistent. God is consistent, man.
Right.
But it's really not that hard. The whole point I think Rod is trying to say is that there was always one way. There was always one way. That way was the Torah, the Tanakh. And then when people got grasp of it, when people saw it, they did what it says in Deuteronomy chapter 4. What does it say in Deuteronomy chapter 4? The nations of the world, they're going to look into this book, they're going to open it up, they're going to say, wow, what an amazing God. What an amazing people that are so wise, that have such an amazing God that is so close to them. We want this book. That's what it's saying internally. They're saying, like, what an amazing, we want this. So then that's what happened. They took the book and then they turned it into the way that they wanted to. So there was always one way initially, and then later, when it got into the hands of the wrong people, it was turned to different ways.
Let me